Yo guys, what's going on? Burt Crown coming at you with week 2 of the team of the season prediction. Who we're going to get, why do I think that, and what player do I think is the best one out of week 2 and week 1. So we're going to go over a couple of things because there is one standalone player out of week 1, and then the week 2 predictions and why I think that, and then which MSPs might be good to go after when they come out, right? Don't go ahead and build these MSPs now just in case they don't get a team of the season, but these are good MSPs to keep in the back of your mind, or X factors to be ready to go get if these team of the season predictions pan out. So let's look at the 6 forwards I think we're getting this Friday as our MSPs. So with these being our 6 MSP team of the season players from Friday, what do they have in common? Well, Kucherov, McDavid, and McKinnon are 1, 2, and 3 in the total points for NHL players in this season. So that is why those are your 3 forwards. And then points for defensemen, Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar. Pretty simple, right? There you go. There's your five skaters, and that is why they were selected, because they have the most points at their respective positions. Now, as for Connor Hellebuyck, the only thing that I can find him leading in, he doesn't lead in shutouts, he doesn't lead in wins, he doesn't lead in total number of saves, but he leads in save percentage at a .919. So that's the only thing I can feel and find and see for Connor Hellebuyck and why he is the team of the season, team 1 goalie. So we can use all this information we've collected to get ourselves who we think will be week 2. Now, with that being said, I did say that I would give you the best player from week 1 in the team of the season, and I'm going to. And the reason he is the best player, in my opinion, is probably better depending on what you think or what you want to use his team of the year. But he's got the size, he's got the speed, and he's got a really good ability set. And that's none other than this, Nathan McKinnon. 99 speed, good size, right-hand shot. This is the team of the season card that I think is the best out of all of them. Now, when I'm coming in with the predictions for week 2, I'm going to start with goaltending, and that is going to be Thatcher Demko. Not only does Thatcher Demko, much like Hellebuyck, have a 917, Hellebuyck has a 919, but Demko has a 917. He doesn't have an MSP. Hellebuyck didn't have an MSP, so they both share a great save percentage, and neither one of them have an MSP or any kind of build that could influence building this card. Both are highly used goalies in this game. And then the second one is Thatcher Demko has the second most wins in the league with 34. So with his save percentage, his usage, his height, everything about this card, not even having an MSP, everything about this card leads me to believe that Thatcher Demko could be week 2 of our team of the season. And the left-handed defenseman I'm going to take will be Roman Josi. He has an X-Factor card, so this could be one if you have built up. It could be cheaper on you to get this Roman Josi, but much like Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar, Roman Josi is tied for 3rd in points, giving him the spot that I think gives him week 2, team of the season. Now, where the benefit comes in is he gets a bunch of boosts to his synergies, the +1 more onto the +2 he's got, and then you don't have to pay for his upgrades anymore. So I think Roman Josi is a really good defenseman. He has a left-hand shot, which kind of fits in nicely with who he's tied in 3rd with for points. That's going to be our right-hand shot, and he actually has an interesting card to turn in this situation. So the Roman Josi card could be, and I think will be, almost guaranteed that this is definitely a team of the season card. If I had to pick out of everyone on my list of 6 here who is a for sure lock for a team of the season card, it's this Roman Josi pick, and he would be my top pick in guaranteeing that this is a week 2 MSP. I've been wrong before, but I don't think I'm getting wrong on this one. So that would be a good X factor if you had powered up to hang on to be ready to turn in. And then the next one being a right-hand shot pairing up with the left-hand shot of Roman Josi, 3rd in points, Evan Bouchard. And he has a fantasy card which has low endurance. It's a 96 overall. It has not very good abilities. It has shutdown. His synergies don't really get you anywhere. So an Evan Bouchard team of the season turn in for this fantasy card would be a really good upgrade for fantasy owners. Now, if he gets a goal with his fantasy card and he goes up to a 98, it's okay because your team of the season goes up to a 98. And then you get all the perks with it as well as the synergies, the abilities, everything that comes with it, and better endurance. So I think this Evan Bouchard, not only is he 3rd in points, 6'3", good build, great player to use on the ice, great speed, His speed is a little bit that could be improved on, and hopefully the team of the season touches on that, maybe with Enforcer Defenseman and Speed Boost, giving him +4, so if he's a 93 speed, that gets him up to a 97, and you can actually use him at that with his height and everything that comes with him. So Evan Bouchard being third, I feel like he would be a very good team of the season. I do not think that he's like my top pick as guaranteed. I think it would, in this situation, I think it would go Roman Josi, Thatcher Demko, then Evan Bouchard. But I feel like his fantasy card, his production, the popularity of being on the Edmonton Oilers, and he's a great player in general. I think that this would be a solid right-hand shot to pair up with Roman Josi in this week 2 of Team of the Season. Now I'm just going to get this one out of the way. David Pastrnak has had an unbelievable year with Boston. 102 points so far. It's a fantastic year, and it has to be mentioned. Right-hand shot, right winger. Everything lines up. 95 speed. People would love this card. He doesn't have an MSP. He doesn't have an X Factor. He doesn't have a fantasy card. He has nothing you can build on. So you'd have to get 40 Team of the Season collectibles to build this card. But I feel like this is one that everyone would have on their team just because he's got good size, good speed. He's an absolute beast on the ice with a nasty shot. And his Team of the Season would be unreal. And I think he's earned it with his 102 points, but he's got nothing to build it with. You'd have to get the 40 collectibles. Now, yes, Panarin is a right-hand shot and Pastrnak is a right-hand shot, but Panarin is a left winger and Pasternak's a right winger, so that's why I am putting this Panarin on the list, because he also has 107 points this year, putting him in 4th in total points. Popular player, 6 foot, good speed, good shooting. He has 2 cards that you could turn in, an MSP and an X Factor. I would put Panarin behind David Pastrnak for guaranteed Team of the Season, but I put them both hand in hand, that I think these 2 cards. So I would go Roman Josi, Panarin, and Pastrnak, Demko, and then Evan Bouchard in my order so far, in which I think Team of the Season prediction, in which order I think is the most likely to get them. And Panarin has had a wicked year. With his MSP, with his X Factor, I think Panarin would be a solid pick. And now for the last one. This one's going a little bit off their pattern, but I think it's well deserved. And now when I say it's going off its pattern a little bit, Mikko Rantanen and Leon Draisaitl both have more points than this player. And Leon Draisaitl is a center, so he could be put in here as well. But with going off the trail of how they're building it with most points, this player has the most goals. We already know who it is. It is Auston Matthews. And he has this MSP that you can turn in for his Team of the Season card if he gets one. Now, Auston Matthews isn't the highest in points. Like I said, the 2 other options ahead of him would be Mikko Rantanen or Leon Draisaitl. But he's a center. Rantanen's not. I don't think they stack this week with 3 wingers. I think they put a center in there. And between Matthews and Draisaitl, Matthews has 60 goals. I think that puts Matthews, that gives him the nudge to get ahead of Leon Draisaitl. Because when it comes to points, Leon has 98, Matthews has 95. That's not a big difference. And then you put the goals into perspective, that Matthews is leading the lead in goals. I think he gets the nudge above Draisaitl, and I think that this card, as Team 2 of Team of the Season in the Week 2 event on Friday, I think it goes Josi, Matthews, Panarin, Pastrnak, Demko, and then Bouchard. But those are my 5 picks, guys, and I think they are a very huge possibility of me going 6 for 6 on this. Leave in the comment section down below who you think your Team of the Season Week 2 players are. Now, I didn't touch on Connor Bedard. I didn't touch on Brock Faber. I didn't touch on a lot of players that are notable mentions. But again, we know Week 3 is going to be community voting. So if this is the Week 2 that we get, and I am right with all 6 of these players, and you are missing somebody that you wanted, voice your opinion in the vote and get your vote in there and vote for who you think should be our Team of the Season. I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you like this list, because I hope it's the one we get, because I think it's full of a bunch of good players that everyone would love to chase. But until next time, guys, ciao, ciao.